Think about the last time you scribbled a note, doodled on the corner of your notebook, or signed something important. Odds are the humble ballpoint pen was right there in your hand. It's one of those everyday objects I barely notice, until I stop and realize just how clever it really is. So let's zoom in, literally, on the surprising magic packed inside this tiny tool. First, let me break it down. At the core of a ballpoint pen, you've got a few essential players: the ball, the socket, the ink reservoir, and an air vent. The star of the show is the tiny ball at the tip, usually made from hard stuff like tungsten carbide or brass. This ball sits snugly in a socket, kind of like a basketball in a hoop, but way, way smaller. Behind all that, there's a slim tube full of ink, oil-based and just thick enough to not drip everywhere. And almost invisible, there's a little air vent that quietly keeps the pressure just right. But here's where the real magic happens. When you press the pen to paper, the ball touches down and starts to roll, thanks to the texture of the paper and the movement of your hand. As the ball rolls, it picks up a tiny coat of ink from inside the socket. Each turn delivers a perfect, even layer of ink onto the page, smooth lines, no blobs, and no smudging. It's elegantly simple, and it works every time you write. Ever wonder how that ink keeps flowing? It's a neat combo of gravity and pressure. When you hold the pen tipped down, gravity helps pull the ink toward the ball. But as the ball keeps rolling and laying down ink, something else happens. A little vacuum can build up in the ink tube. If nothing was done about it, the ink would stop, and the pen would dry out. Here's where that tiny air vent saves the day. It lets just enough air sneak into the reservoir to balance the pressure so the ink keeps moving line after line. Let's talk ink for a second. Ballpoint ink is thicker than water, but not as gooey as honey. This perfect Goldilocks viscosity is what keeps it sticking to the ball without gushing out or clogging up. It dries fast when it hits paper, which means no smears on your notes or drawings. Honestly, a lot of chemistry and trial and error went into that little tube of ink. So next time you grab a ballpoint pen, take a moment to appreciate the engineering genius at your fingertips. From the tiny precision of the rolling ball to the pressure-balancing vent and the perfectly tuned ink, it's a marvel hiding in plain sight. Even the simplest tools can be quietly amazing. Did you learn something new about your trusty pen? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more cool stories about the world around us. Until next time, keep writing.